Hi, I'm David. This is Joe. Here's our review of Coco. We'll have something edgy.
Yeah. Okay, so Coco. The Pixar movie.
With the Coco.
Yeah, no, not the song.
No,
the
song.
Disney movie.
Oh, okay.
The Disney Pixar movie.
Mm.
So, Pixar.
Disney.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Disney Pixar's at the...
I mean, they always do great.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's surprised. I mean,
No.
It was awesome.
If this was a video game, Pixar, Disney would be at the top of the tier list here, and you got the rest of everything else down here. I mean, DreamWorks has got Shrek.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, there's really no competition.
So what's Coco about?
Okay, so basically, it's the journey of young Miguel, and he's trying...
Played by Anthony Gonzalez.
Yep.
You probably recognize him from nothing else. This is his first thing. Yeah.
The first thing I've heard him in.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's the first thing he's been in.
Yeah. And, he's really struggling with his decision between following his dreams and listening to his family. He wants to be a musician, but his family, of course, hates music. And that's really where the story takes off from the beginning.
Yeah. They have... it's really cultured. I feel like it's cool. You get like a history lesson almost, and also it's like a fun Disney movie.
Yeah, it's great because they incorporate a lot of the Mexican culture, but at the same time, it's because of the theme, it could be appreciated by anybody, no matter where you come from. I mean, anybody can understand, oh, my family thinks this, and I would like to do this, and so it's pretty relatable.
The movie takes place during Dia de los Muertos. Sorry if I butchered that. But I feel like this movie is kind of like Christmas movies. Not everybody celebrates Christmas, but you watch a Christmas movie and you can enjoy it, and it's got the heart and spirit.
Definitely. I mean, I think any holiday movie, of course, family's always going to play a strong role.
Yeah.
Man, I just want to say, when we were in the theater, like, I could hear people sniffling and crying, like, all around me. Like, it definitely goes from sad to fun to sad to fun, back and forth.
Yeah.
I think
it's just, it makes you want to celebrate their holidays. It almost makes you want to be in this movie because the visuals are perfect.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, wish I knew more, we celebrated the culture more because, I mean, it just looks really fun.
Yeah. But Disney, nobody beats them in the animation department. I think that's a bold statement, but, I think it's backed up by all of their movies.
all of their Disney and
movies.
Pixar. Pixar's just great at what they do. And I mean,
it's funny, right before the movie too, they have people from Pixar talk to the audience, and they say, "Oh, this scene was made by this many people." Like they tell you how many people worked on it right before you watch the movie, so you can appreciate it more.
Yeah, it's almost like they kind of patted themselves on the back. And, and then they had the Frozen short before the movie. It's like, because getting the best animated Oscar isn't enough, so they need to also get the best short, by throwing Frozen in there real quick.
Yeah, and they have all the voice actors back. They have Josh Gad and Adele Dazeem playing everybody's favorite ice princess.
Yeah.
But that short was really good.
Yeah, it was fine. It was. I mean, even though it was super long.
It was super long. It's about 20
all the
minutes.
Kids in the audience were like, "Are we seeing Coco? What is this?"
At first, I was wondering if people just didn't explain to their kids that they're going to see Coco, but no, I heard it every time. I saw the movie twice already. I've seen it once.
Yeah.
But my thoughts didn't change. I watched it twice, and both times I had the same feeling, just joy.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I think personally, I have to say that I would rate this better than Finding Nemo. Do you agree?
Yeah. I think I did enjoy it more than Finding Nemo. It's hard to say what my original thoughts for Finding Nemo was. I saw it when I was so young, and who knows how well this movie will age along with Finding Nemo, because I do still love Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
But I think for right now, I'd say it's above Finding Nemo.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. The whole time you're just having a good time, and then it hits you right in the feels. Just back and forth, and it's just a good time.
Yeah. I think Toy Story is still probably my favorite Pixar movie.
Yeah, I think that's still number one.
I think it's almost everybody's favorite Pixar movie.
It's one of the best.
think Cars is still one of my least favorite, but you know.
Yeah. All right. Next, we're going to go into the spoiler section. So, if you haven't seen the movie, this is where you need to stop the video because, I mean, obviously, we're going to talk about spoilers.
Yeah. So. I mean, you should have watched the movie already.
Yeah.
I've already seen it twice.
If you're not, I mean, go see it. It's great. Okay, now we're going to start our spoiler section. All right, any spoil? Okay, first off, right off the bat, I want to say I called it when it comes to his idol. What was his name? Ernesto Garcia.
Ernesto de la Cruz.
Ernesto
Garcia.
I just throwing a random name. Terrible. But yeah, his idol, this famous singer. I called it like so early in the movie, and I never usually I try to call things out, but I overthink them and I always get them wrong. But this time I was actually right on mark. I was like, oh, he's the guy. What's the other one's name? That I keep
Hector.
calling Bones. Hector. Hector. As soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, that's the guy in the picture. As soon as they introduce his character, which I'm proud of, so I gotta brag.
I didn't believe that he called it. I mean, he did call it to me, but I didn't believe that he came up with it himself. I thought he saw it somewhere else, but I think he did. I think he called it. I didn't when I first watched it, and I called it the second time I watched it.
Well, yeah, shocked.
Yeah, I totally
Mm-hmm.
knew the twist. Yep. No, I didn't call it the first time I watched it. I knew there was something up with his idol Ernesto de la Cruz. I thought he was gonna be a bad guy. And I was right.
A lot of the movie, I was sitting there trying to watch. I was like, okay, well, who's going to be the bad guy? And it seems like at first, is it going to be his family?
Yeah,
because
his family,
they're kind of chasing him through the underworld, and I was like, okay, is somebody else? And then it's kind of like I felt like it was pretty obvious that his idol is going to be the bad guy.
I think the real villain was the grandma, honestly. not Mama Coco. Mama Coco was great, but I think Abuelita. She honestly, if she wasn't in the movie, he could have. Played at the plaza.
He could have did his thing and it would have been fine. Yeah. But he never would have found out who his real ancestors were.
That's true. So she's the hero, I guess.
Some I know a lot of people loved her. It's like, oh man, I'm sure, terrifying. You don't want to go against her wishes.
No, I wouldn't.
Hit with the chocolate.
Yeah.
but what else? The dog. Oh my god, I love the dog.
Yeah, Dante
he was great.
One of the best characters. See, Disney's still following that trope that, like, I don't want to say they created, but they've been using for years of having the sidekicks totally steal the show. And Dante didn't really steal the show. He was in the background. Like,
he was the comedic relief.
Yeah.
He was kind of sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
His animation was great. Just the way he would ragdoll off of everything was just hilarious.
You reminded me of the chicken in Moana.
In Moana,
it was the same thing. Just ridiculous. Just like, oh no, he was messing it up again.
Yeah, but it was funny every time. Also, Gabriel Iglesias, he steals the show.
Yeah, that's something I didn't notice until you told me after.
Yeah, no, he plays a mariachi band member in a plaza that the Miguel is shining his shoes early on. I could totally tell it was his voice. Small role, but still,
it's good to see him do things.
Yeah, or hear him do things. Yeah,
he needs to come out with another special.
Yeah, but let's see what else. There was a few death scenes that. The tearjerker moments. Let's talk about some of those.
One, I mean, they just introduced some random guy. Don't even know his name. He's just kind of chunky, older, already dead character. But they were in the underworld, so it was like his spirit.
Yeah, it was. And
he was laying in a hammock, and then you could see he's starting to get the true death or the second death.
Yeah, they call it, I think, the final death.
The final death.
Yeah.
And that part, it's like, wow, they really made you care about. Like when he died, I was like, oh man. What are we gonna do now?
Yeah, and it's funny how they have this horribly sad moment, and they add some comedy in there too. It made the whole theater laugh when Hector is singing his song that he wants him to sing. He goes, you know the song I want you to sing, and he starts singing it, and he says some line like he's singing about a girl, and he says, oh, the girl's cheeks were like bony or something.
No, I think he was talking about. Her knockers dragging on the floor, but he was like, her
knuckles drag on the floor. Yeah, and
then
he's like, those aren't the words, and he's like, there's children here. But it's funny, they made the whole theater laugh and then immediately cry.
Yeah, next second, just boom. Just like, they're just playing the audience.
They laugh and then they immediately cry. And it's like, any movie to make you switch emotions like that so quickly, to extreme emotions too.
Yeah, some random, they just introduce, oh, here's this guy.
Yeah.
They need his guitar. And then it's like, boom, dead.
Yeah, and usually situations like that in movies are kind of annoying when they're like, oh, we need to get a guitar from somebody. I know a guy. And you're like, okay, it's going to be a situation. Let's just get the guitar. You know, I don't really want to see them try to do some side task for this guy to get a guitar. But no, this side task was sending him off. And it was...
Yeah. And again, it was one of those things sandwiched in between two fun scenes.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, the tempo was just back and forth again. Same thing.
And the next tearjerker moment, the big reveal, Hector is the guy in the picture.
Yeah.
He's his great-great-grandfather. Really good scene, him showing that he's related and that he made that song "Remember Me," which is already going to be stuck in my head.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, but that he wrote that for Coco. Really good scene.
And then the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, is Coco gonna die at the end? Like, is gonna be some death scene, or what are they gonna do with that?
Yeah.
And then of course, like the saddest moment in the whole movie is when they're all gathered around old Coco, and he's trying to get her to remember, and so Miguel sings the song, even though his grandmother and his whole family are like, no, don't, and then like, okay, like as soon as he starts playing, he does hits the first note, and they're all like, and then the whole audience just got quiet, and then just start singing the song, and all you hear is
just sniffles everywhere,
just all around. It's just like, oh man,
because he turns back time and makes the grandma not old again for a short amount of time,
if not at least just for a moment, and then. Which gives his great-grandfather enough time to stay alive so he can put up his picture and all that. And
the next year comes around and his picture's up there on the ofrenda, but then they put a new picture on the ofrenda and it's Mama Coco.
I was kind of glad at least because I totally thought they were going to show her die as he's singing it or something. I was like, oh no, don't do that. But they didn't, and just putting the picture down, just something so small.
Yeah,
so
it was so sad, and it's a heartwarming moment because it's the end of the film. They're starting to sing this final song, and he just that little gesture of putting her picture there.
But then again, immediately goes back to it shows Coco and her dad. Even though she's older, but he
gets to finally cross the border.
Yeah, they're all like jumping, like skipping or something.
Yeah,
and they look happy, and it's just really good vibe again.
And it's great because like Miguel gets to play music now, which we've been waiting for from the start of the movie. But he knows that this other world is out there and it's happening right now. Like you can tell his spirits are super high, and it shows Hector grab the guitar from him, and they both get to like play the guitar. It's just
it was great, and he gets to live out his dream. So I mean, he got basically both. He got his family and his dream, and so it all worked out. It's great kids movie, great holiday movie.
Yeah. It's great movie for kids and adults. I mean, I would watch that movie again.
Instant classic.
Yeah. Well, that's what we thought of Coco, spoilers and non-spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go out and see it.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to go see in the theaters. Take your kids, your whole family. You can take your whole family to see this one.
Definitely. Well, this is our second attempt at making a review video. So if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe. Thanks.